TV All-Star presentation. I'm Coach Danzy alongside my partner, Coach Fuller, and we'd like to present our award to an outstanding player, and Girard III. He's our Player of the Year. You did some fascinating things this year. We saw you twice. You impressed us every time we saw you play, and we want to give this to you.
Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
What do you think about that award? I mean, you got plenty. You got Mr. New York basketball. You got Gatorade, New York State Gatorade. You got so many awards. You got Daily Gazette Player of the Year. I mean, what do you think about this little award we get?
Yeah, this is amazing. Great honor. You guys had plenty of great players in this area to pick from, and it just shows that my hard work's been paying off. And like I said, there's a lot of great players in this area you guys could have chosen, but I'm honored that you chose me for the number one pick.
Okay. Now. The season's over. You got the Federation title, state title, conference title, Florida title. Now, have you taken the time off this to reflect on all the things that you've accomplished throughout your career and this year alone?
No, not yet. I mean, I'm sure it'll hit me at some point that I'm never going to put on that jersey again. But that it's kind of just a little bit. I'm gonna take it back. I'm not really ready to give it up, but at some point I'm gonna have to realize that it's all over and realize that what we did was pretty special, and my time here was great. But at the same time, I just want to thank everybody, part of the Glens Falls community for helping us out. We wouldn't be able to do it without them.
Yeah. So talk to me also about, before I turn to my partner there, what are you thinking to put into your package of moves, your game, to bring the Syracuse that we haven't seen in your high school career?
Just being a leader. I was a leader here the past 5 years in the basketball court and 4 during football. But I'm trying to carry that over into Syracuse right away, and just bring a winning mentality. Bringing the competitive spirit that I have, and trying to help the Coach Boeheim, and obviously my teammates win a lot of games there, and that's pretty much my main focus going in.
Yeah, so to piggyback real quick about going to Syracuse, committing to Syracuse, and you watch a lot of college basketball. What are some of the things or the prospects that you see looking at the rim, or what you have to bring to the table or improve on, different things you may have to do?
The game of basketball has kind of changed a lot. To if you can shoot, you're gonna play, and but at the same time you got to do all the other things. You gotta play defense. You gotta play tough. You gotta make plays for your teammates, and just make winning plays in general. And that's kind of what Coach Boeheim told me, that if you can come in and make winning plays and put the ball in the hoop, then you're gonna find a spot. You're gonna carve it out for yourself. But it all happens in the off season. It all happens in practice, and how you perform in the games is what ultimately it comes down to. But like I said, it's about making plays for your teammates, making plays for yourself, and just help the team win.
Like Coach alluded to earlier, all the accolades that you have: New York State, Gatorade Player of the Year, Mojo 2 TV, Top 10 All-Star Player of the Year, so forth and so on. We know you put a lot of hard work in, but we also know there's also contributing factors to family and friends. What do you want to say to those people who also contributed to your path?
Yeah, it's just big thanks to everybody. My parents, they've done a lot for me, whether it was help me on the court, off the court, on the field, off the field. They just put in a lot of time to raise me the right way. My coaches here at Glens Falls, they've given me everything. They've allowed me to do some of the stuff that a normal kid wouldn't be able to do, but along with my teammates and the rest of the community, it's something that I'll cherish forever, something I'll remember forever, and I couldn't thank them enough. But if I could, just by saying it, it's a lot of the stuff has come from them, and a lot of the stuff is for them as well.
Well, it was a pleasure watching you, seeing you perform. I mean, it was outstanding, the things you do, and watching double teams like 15 feet away from the normal 2-3 zone position, and you having to go into it. You gave us a lot of memories, a lot of highlights to cherish from this sport on, and we want to thank you for that, and congratulations on your award as well.
Appreciate it. It's been an honor. Thank you very much.
Okay, we're here with Glens Falls High School head coach, Coach Girard, also the player of your nephew, Girard III. Just talk to me about having him, coaching him over the years, and what a blessing it was.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a player that can score and the way he was able to score, starting in his freshman year. I mean, 8th grade year, I didn't coach him his 8th grade year. I came along in his freshman year, and just to be able to lead a team, and that year we had juniors and seniors, and he was still our leader. And, he put up 40 a game his freshman year, and just continued to move along throughout his years. And when you have a guy that can score on the court, it makes the coaching job a lot easier. You work on different things. Our main focus was more on the defensive side because we knew Joseph could score, and like I say, he started as a great player. He got better and better, and then he became a great leader. And we're going to miss him, of course, for the next few years. But I can't say enough about him. And he deserves everything he's gotten. him and his dad been working since second grade, third grade, and like I've said before, when kids were going to birthday parties and stuff like that, Joseph was in the gym. So, I mean, when you put that work in, it pays off, and that's what he did, and that's why he's a Division I athlete, and he's playing in Syracuse next year.
Yeah, I think so. Now you coached him for 4 years, and you saw a lot of great plays from this young man.
Yeah.
Is there a particular play that stands out? I know
Yeah.
that it's a Lowerville game, but talk to me about one of his best plays.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, we've seen. I think when he was a freshman, I believe we won the Foothills Council champion, our first Foothills Council, and it was against Scotia at the Civic Center, and I think we were down 7 with 1:30, and he had 2 or 3 steals that we were able to score off, and he got to the foul line, and we came back and won that game after Scotia had like the regular season best record, and we beat them at the Civic Center for the outright championship. So that was a special game. There's so many games that you go back and look at where he had 60 points, 69 points, and you just when he couldn't miss a shot. But ultimately it comes down to that game in Binghamton. How special was that to somehow he got back in the game. All that stuff still runs through your mind, and it's not perfectly set, but he got back in, and once he got it, we knew he was going to score, and you can't write a story better than that.
Now talk to me about one attribute that he has that's not basketball related. That he brings to the basketball court to help your team.
Well, we had a banquet last night, and we talked about his leadership throughout the years, and going up, you grow up, and he became more mature, of course, but he was able to squeeze every ounce of ability and talent out of the other 11 players this year, and like I said, he wasn't the most popular guy at practice sometimes because he'd get on the other kids, but that's what we needed this year, and he was able to do it. And I look at my son, who is his cousin, and he got on him a couple times this year, and it was the best thing for him. And that's what he needed. He needed someone else other than me to get on him, and Joseph did that. And as you could see, it really paid off in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Coach, now talk to us about it. I think you're like one of 3 teams that won a Federation title from this area. Tell me thoughts on that. What does that mean?
It's so special. I mean, to win the state championship, we said, that's what we played for, and that's what we wanted. But we got another tournament to go to, and we might as well try to win it. And this group is like they're refusing to lose. And once we got into that first game, we're like, we can play with these guys, and why not us? And after the first game, I said, geez, that team was really good. The next team coming up, I just don't know. And we just had so many kids that just refused to say, they're better than us, and that's what they were. And having a Federation championship is unbelievable. A state championship is unbelievable, but having both is crazy. And yesterday I found out that 29 victories is a Section 2 record, so that's another feather in our cap. So it's been such a special year.
Has to be a beautiful thing to win on the last game of the season.
Yeah, I mean, there's only 3 teams that do that, 3 boys teams in New York State that can win on the 3, A, AA, and B. So there's only 3 teams that can win their last game, and we're one of those 3. So it's a special feeling.
Now talk to us a little bit about the I would say inherited pressure a little bit that you had to probably incur coaching him having the latitude and different things of that nature, and along with your son.
Yeah, you have that, and then we have our last name Girard is a big athletic name around here. So you get both ends of the spectrum. You get a little bit of people have some jealousy. A little people might not think Joe needed to shoot as much as he shot. But if you followed what our story was and what our system was, it was kids playing their roles, and Joe's role was to score, and the other kids were to do this or do that, and we take pride in that. And it is tough to coach your son and your nephew and your other I got another cousin, and so it's tough, but at the same time I wouldn't change it for anything. We proved that our system works, and what we had this year, we had a great player, a Division I player, and we had 11 other really good basketball players that just they played their role, and that's where we are, where we're at.
Yeah, he stole my thunder there. But I was going to say, what do you think, hearing from the naysayers, was something that was unbelievable that you heard that you believe that wasn't true? I mean, like you said, you heard the backlash from some people, but what do you think is the most outlandish thing you heard about it?
Especially when a game gets started and Joe misses his first 3 shots and they start chanting overrated. That makes me laugh. That makes us all laugh, and people don't understand it. So I mean, there's a whole lot of outlandish things, but in the end, we just smile, keep our heads up high, and know that we're state and federation champions.
Yes, sir.
Well, we appreciate your time, Coach. It was a fabulous watching you guys in action, doing your thing, and our hats off to you. We know how difficult it is. Like you said, to even win a state title. And in turn, go ahead with a federation title. Congratulations on the job well done.